What's up? It's Wednesday, February the 10th. Billy Briz back again with another one of these NBA DFS videos. Today we're going to do things a little bit different. We're going to go position by position. Usually I go team by team, but today I want to go position by position. Only reason I want to go position by position is, man, last night, if you played that Fanduel slate, man, the power forward position last night on Fanduel was absolutely horrendous. I've never seen anything like it. I think the optimal had like Deshaun Tate in it or something like that. I played three lineups last night. I usually play three $15 lineups, so about $45 to $60 per day if I'm not playing cash games and stuff like that. And man, I had to play Rudy Gay, dude. That was the type of day we had yesterday. But let's hop in today's slate. I feel like I want to go position by position because there should be some pretty interesting positional by position matchups today and kind of start idealizing these late swaps that we want to start hitting on. But first game here, I mean, not the first game. First position here is the point guard position. We're going to go over on FanDuel and talk about the DK price tags also as well. Luka Doncic, $10,900 at the top right there. Luka Doncic. Really like his price tag today. He's been putting up some big stat lines of recent. He's had, I want to say 20 real life points for about like a couple games straight. And he had 64 fantasy points last time going up against Atlanta. One of the highest point totals of the day. Russell Westbrook also as well. Really cheap price tag over there on DK today. $8,400. He's looking like one of the best stud options on DK today. Going down a little bit more. I really want to fade Kyrie Irving today. $9,500. I played him last night and watched the press conference after, and he was talking about his finger injury and stuff like that. This is the second half of back-to-back here for the Brooklyn Nets. They haven't really been playing too much defense. I kind of want to get to some other guys at the point guard position. For example, like LaMelo Ball there at $8,200. I really like LaMelo today. In 2 games without Devontae Graham so far, he's been averaging 21 points, 7.5 assists, and 7 rebounds. He's going to be a great GPP play if he's hovering around 10% ownership today. Going down a little bit more, cover boy today is going to be Malcolm Brogdon, $7,200. Love that price tag today on FanDuel. He's like one of my favorite FanDuel GPP plays of the day. He's been in a huge shooting slump, but he's going to draw one of the best fantasy matchups of the day against the Brooklyn Nets. Brooklyn Nets have been letting up so many points of recent, and Malcolm Brogdon is going to be the main beneficiary of that matchup today. Going down a little bit more, I think John Morant is a little bit interesting. I think he's a good GPP play. The Grizzlies starters have been getting their minutes, and he's been looking healthy. I think in the mid-range, he could be a pretty interesting GPP option. But I'm just kind of concerned about the ceiling on this slate. There's so many nice studs on this slate. It's a 7-game slate. I feel like you can kind of get away from John Morant. Maybe if it was like a 5 or a 3-game slate, I would definitely be more interested in that price tag. But going down a little bit more, Hamidou Diallo, $6,500. The OKC starting shooting guard or point guard, I don't really know. Him and SGA have been kind of flipping on and off ball handling duties. I really like his price tag today at $6,500. OKC has projected 8 active players so far today, so Diallo is going to have to see the minutes in a blowout, and if it's a close game like it was the last time they played the Lakers, he's going to get 40 minutes again. So I really like Diallo's price tag today, one of my favorite plays of the day. Going down a little bit more, we don't really have too much value early on in the day. We're just going to wait on the value for today's slate, because the value options don't give you the warms and fuzzies on this slate. Jalen Brunson's there at $4,100. He's been coming off the bench. This is a good matchup for him. And then Thomas Satoransky also as well. He's contributing in steals and blocks. I call it the stock category. His role off the bench has been definitely upticking a little bit more. I was just looking down. Last game was his season high in minutes. I was just looking at his stat column game. We're going over to the shooting guard position. Don't really like the shooting guard position, I should say, today. I'm going to get a lot of James Harden at the top end. James Harden's probably like my favorite play of the day so far. He's probably going to be in my core. Since he's been on the Brooklyn Nets, out of the 12 games, he's had 10 assists, 11 out of the 12 games, which is absolutely absurd. He's been playing really well for the Nets. I think he's going to have to get an uptick in usage with KD off the floor, and then Kyrie's kind of been playing lackluster of recent. Going down a little bit more, Zach LaVine's been really productive. He's topped 20 field goal attempts in 4 games straight so far. Primary ball handler and scoring, and his usage rating is going to go up with no Lauri Markkanen on the floor today. Going down a little bit more, I really like Kevin Huerter a lot over here on FanDuel, $5,000. Pretty good, I should say, value, because there's really not a lot of value. $5,000 is considered a value on this slate today on FanDuel. You really can't ignore his minute safety. He's been shooting lights out. Great game environment. He checks off all the boxes today over here on FanDuel. Dante DiVincenzo is also a really interesting option today. One of the big injury news of the day is going to be Drew Holiday is out today. So that's really going to pop up a guy like Dante DiVincenzo at $4,700. One of my favorite value plays of the day. Pretty interested to see where his ownership is going to lie at by the end of the day. I think once it gets later towards the day and more value comes out, I think DiVincenzo is going to go overlooked over their 5-game win streak so far. He's been shooting above 50%, stuffing the stat sheet. Man, that is a tongue twister right there. Stuffing the stat sheet. That is such a weird words to say together. But Brim Forbes also as well, $4,200 is one of my favorite value plays. That's my conviction play of the day. I'll give you that one early. He will draw another start without Drew Holiday. He's been red hot from 3. He went 6 for 6 in the first game and then 3 for 6 in the last game. Make sure you check out Pub Sports Radio tonight, because we're going to be covering the Milwaukee Bucks Phoenix Suns Sunday night showcase game over here on TNT. So that's going to be a really good game. I got my showdown tickets set up for that game already, and Brim Forbes is going to be a big part of that, man. One of my favorite value plays of the day. Going down to the small forward position today, LeBron James, if AD's out, he'll get an uptick of minutes. One thing that I'm looking at today is putting LeBron James or Giannis in my lineup and then late swapping them both together, because it's the 10 p.m. game. So you can kind of backload a little bit of information and just wait for the news and stuff like that, and kind of switch out LeBron for Giannis or vice versa, because I really think Giannis would be a good play regardless of what happens. And then LeBron would get an uptick in usage if AD would be out. So I really like LeBron today. Going down a little bit more, Kawhi Leonard is going to pop because PG is going to be out. But he's been putting up some lackluster performances of recent. Also, Chris Middleton's there at $7,600. He got a career high in assists last time without Drew Holiday being on the floor. So you should expect the same. I really like him in the mid-range option today. Going down a little bit more, Kyle Anderson, $5,700, and basically the same exact price tag, $5,600 over there on DK. Is kind of a pretty good mid-range option. He's been getting the minutes of recent, and on top of that, he's pretty productive in all categories: scoring, rebounds, assists, steals, blocks, and all that stuff. So I really like him. One of my favorite plays of the day for GPPs is going to be Michael Porter Jr. From the Denver Nuggets. His price tag is $5,200 over here on FanDuel and $5,700 on DK today. Michael Porter Jr., the only reason why I really like him, he draws a good matchup against Cleveland today. And then on top of that, Will Barton's a higher price tag than him, and I don't think that's correct. I know Michael Porter Jr. has been kind of in a slump, but he can easily come in that slump today. And the small forward position, not really the best today. Not really too hyped to be playing a lot of these small forwards. But Kenrich Williams, $4,500, and then $4,700. Seems like one of the best value plays of the day today. OKC is going to be down so many players, so he's going to have a safe amount of minutes. I'm pretty interested to see what his player props are going to look like tonight. That's one thing that they haven't really been giving us on is these late night props, man, because the injury news and stuff comes out so late. Denzel Valentine also as well, though, $4,400. Seems like a good value play. Lauri Markkanen and Otto Porter are out, so that really makes his minutes safe. The only concern with Denzel Valentine is he's a guy that for him to have a good fantasy day, he's got to have a good real life scoring day, and he's not that good yet. But we'll go over to the power forward position. Before I do head over to the power forward position, we're going to check out the chat real quick. I see the chat bubble building up a little bit as we get more live viewers as I go through my player pool. What up? Horrendous is an understatement when I play TFS. I feel you, Slaughter. Sometimes it's like that. Sometimes you just got to play the 3 max so you can kind of cover all your bases. Sometimes I like playing the 3 max because you can backload a lineup with all like the late night guys, play all the early guys, and then play one that's like probably going to be your cash game lineup too. So the 3 max has really helped my NBA DFS bankroll throughout FanDuel and stuff like that. What up, Big Show Picks? Shouts to Big Show Picks for the background and stuff like that. He says me and Allie are watching backstage together. That's dope. Nice to see you guys watching backstage. Hopefully we can get you on one of these shows one of these mornings because I know that setup is definitely going to be fire, man. Happy to see Big Show get everything together. But let's go over to the power forward position today. Man, power forward position yesterday, dude. I got like PTSD playing the power forward position yesterday. Like, it was probably the worst I've ever seen on FanDuel. But today is looking pretty nice. I actually like the power forward position a lot today. I think there's some pretty interesting options. Giannis Antetokounmpo, I'm probably jacking that name up, but Giannis basically $10,900. He will have to have a larger offensive responsibilities. He's an MVP caliber type player. No Drew Holiday. He's definitely viable for a triple-double upside. And then the Vegas only has this as a 4.5 point favorites for Milwaukee on the road in Phoenix. So it should be a pretty close game tonight. $10,900 for Giannis. Definitely one of my favorite GPP stud options of the day. Domantas Sabonis, though, is going to be my favorite stud option of the day. $9,300. Not popping too much on FanDuel, but he's going to pop for me. He's going to draw the best matchup in the league, in my personal opinion, for fantasy, and a good big man matchup. And Sabonis plays all the minutes, so he's just checking off all the boxes. And then over there on DK tonight, he's only $8,600. I think he's by far and away the best DK player of the day. Robert Kahn, my favorite point guard of the day, is going to be the cover boy, Malcolm Brogdon. And then if you want to get a little bit sneaky today, you can kind of go down a little bit more. Hamidou Diallo, I really like him today. He's going to be one of my favorite point guard options, LaMelo, and also Luka Doncic as well, really high over under total. If you want to rewind the video a little bit more, you can. What's up, Razor Sharp Picks? Going down a little bit more, Isaiah Roby. Seems like the best value play of the day over there on DK today, $3,700. He's going to crush that price tag. OKC's down a lot of players, and I would even play him at $5,000 over here on FanDuel today. And I went over Zion. I went over Zion by accident. I really like Zion today. He ran into early foul trouble yesterday and only played 21 minutes, but had 38 fantasy points. Absolutely crushing the short amount of minutes that he played last night against the Pelicans play again tonight against the Bulls. He should absolutely smash against this front court. Zion's definitely going to pop up as one of the best GPP options of the day. $8,400 too. I could definitely see myself playing Zion in one of my 3 lineups tonight. And then I kind of like the value range on power forward too a little bit. Xavier Tillman, kind of, if Joe Val doesn't crush again, but he isn't that too good of a player. I kind of more interested in the Patrick Williams of the world. Man, the Patrick Williams for Kyle Kuzma flop Monday cost me hundreds of dollars, dude. That shit still haunting me. But I can definitely go back down the well with Patrick Williams today. Fell in love with him last slate. I'll try to fall in love with him again today. But the only concern with me with Patrick Williams is I hate playing bigs against this New Orleans Pelicans front court. They really know how to clog the middle with Steven Adams and Zion Williamson. So that kind of throws me off of him a little bit more. I kind of like the Maxi Cleavers of the world today. He's at $4,000 and then $4,600. He's been playing pretty well. He had a bad game against the Minnesota Timberwolves in a pretty chalky spot over there on FD. So I think Maxi Kleber is definitely worth a click again today. Going down a little bit more, Davis Bertans, if he gets to start again, $4,200, $4,600. One of the best three-point shooters in the league. Should definitely smash at that price tag. And then the center position today, not really too excited about. We got Jokic there, $11,100. He's been playing at an MVP level. He scored 20 points in 17 out of 23 games played so far this season. He's going to come in at low ownership, so that's always going to interest me. Clint Capella also as well, $8,300. I don't think people are going to go there on FanDuel. You only have to play one center, so You can kind of get a little bit weird at this position. Andre Drummond, $7,700. I don't think he's going to draw as good as a matchup as he did last time out, but I'll look at his splits against Jokic and see if he's been doing well. He kind of concerns me all around, but projection-wise, he's always going to pop up a little bit. And then Al Horford's there at $6,200. He would be the one guy that would get pulled out of the game, him and SGA. If you pull Al Horford off, he would definitely not get the blowout run. Al Horford. Going down a little bit more, I love me some Steven Adams today, man. Love me some Steven Adams today at $5,200. I think he's going to draw one of the best matchups in the league. He should smash in this spot. Man, I love me some Steven Adams today. Cody Zeller also as well on FanDuel today. I don't think people are going to play Cody Zeller, but the only concern with me with Cody Zeller is real life perspective wise. I don't know if him and LaMelo Ball click like that. LaMelo's been really clicking with the guys like PJ Washington, Miles Bridges, like the high flyers and stuff like that. Not really the old fashioned big man like Cody Zeller. But I think he draws a good matchup today. He's going to have to play a lot of minutes with Joe Val on the other side. So Cody Zeller could be definitely one of the best center options today on FanDuel. But let's give you guys a little summary for today's slate. The guys that I'm really looking at is James Harden, Sabonis. Those are like my two stud option core plays that I'm going to go with today. My conviction play of the day is going to be Hamidou Diallo. And then my value options today is going to be Isaiah Roby on DK. $4,700 seems like by far and away the best value. That's about like a $2,000 difference today. And then Bryn Forbes, yeah, Jimmy the Drunk's in the chat, baby. Jimmy the Drunk, my boy. We always talk about DFS in the comments. Yeah, Gary Forbes, $3,800 on FanDuel. Yeah, he's going to be one of my favorite plays of the day. That's my favorite value play of the day so far is going to be Bryn Forbes on FanDuel. I love how Jimmy's on that one too. Always gives you the warm and fuzzies when you know your guys are on the same exact plays as you. But that's basically the video for this one. We went position by position, so it went out a little bit longer. Make sure you check out all the videos that Pub Sports Radio has, so you hit that bell notification. I think today is NBA for Ian Bambano and Connor Mack picks. For us, we're going to be live again tomorrow morning around the same exact time, so make sure you be on the lookout for that. Make sure you follow me over on Twitter at Getting Bills. I usually tweet out my player props and my favorite spread pick of the day and stuff like that. Been going off really hot besides yesterday. Yesterday got burnt by James Harden's rebound prop, bet over 6.5, and he got 6, so we got hung by the hook. And then Mason Plumlee hit the over on that one pretty easily. And then the Portland Trail Blazers Magic over. That was not ideally, but we made it back with West Virginia +6. That was my college basketball play of the day. But make sure you check us out tonight. Bucks versus Suns. Big Wednesday game. No Drew Holiday, so this is going to be a pretty close game, and this is going to be a pretty fun game to watch tonight. I'm going to be with my Bryn Forbes and Dante DiVincenzo share sweating it out at 1 o'clock in the morning East Coast time. But if you want to check that out, that's going to be live tonight at 10 p.m. But I'm about to head on out of here. See you boys. Have a great day. What up, Boston Nick MMA? Make sure you follow Boston Nick MMA. He's a part of the squad also as well. Always on the panel. Whatever sport it is, Nick is going to be covering it.